One of the biggest talk points right now at Marvel Studios is the jump that will include both Deadpool and Wolverine in the upcoming sequel, as well as the way in which everything will unfold, which is why I am here to talk about how it could all happen, but also what the entire thing will bring to the table, and all the changes that will commence because of it. And without further ado, let's dive right in. Each and every one of us know that Deadpool is coming, and not only with a third installment under the character's belt, but also to the MCU, together with the legendary Wolverine character that many fans have been craving to see within the MCU, together with the huge personality he brings to the table and all the connections that he'll make with the already established characters that are in the MCU. Now, it is yet to be confirmed whether other characters will be making the jump from Fox's universe, but for now, I'll stick with this third Deadpool sequel being the exception. Seeing how that nothing else has been shared by Marvel to this day forward, the movie will drop on November 8, 2024, the official release date that stands in the moment of speaking. And considering that there are almost 2 years from now up until that point, there is still a chance that a change of plans could take place, but I'm hopeful that that will not be the case. Along with Ryan Reynolds in the role of Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, no other characters have been rumored to make an appearance in the movie. But seeing the possibilities of how the movie could present the connection between the last Deadpool movie and this one, there might be some hints as to which other characters we could potentially see over the course of the movie. But more on that later. The other thing I want to mention right now is the plot of the movie, an aspect of the movie that I do not know anything about, except what the promo teaser, which featured both Reynolds and Jackman, told the world. A Rashomon-style road trip taking place within the story. Now, it is yet to be confirmed whether this road trip will be the main plot thread, or just some side hustle, so to speak. But one thing is for sure, along the road trip, you are bound to see many characters make an appearance or two. And if that is the case, even if the appearance turns out to be short cameos, I think that I will be saying for everyone here that we will all be more than happy to see everything unfold. And before I move forward with some of the bits and pieces that I managed to garner just for you guys, I want to address one of the biggest questions out there. Will Deadpool 3 be an R-rated movie now that it's under Disney's mantle? And the short answer, and the right one, is yes. Despite the shakeups and the people who will be behind this upcoming movie, the third sequel will more than certainly be an R-rated one, an important detail that was one of the most successful parts of the first two movies, along with the perfect portrayal of the merc with a mouth.
I can't say it, I'm so sorry.
Now yes, Deadpool will be the first one to make the jump to hit that like button just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, rather to the MCU from Fox's universe. However, that does not make him the first mutant in the MCU, because over the last couple of years, the MCU has already established some mutants here and there, including the short appearance of Professor X in the Doctor Strange sequel, as well as the first official mutant Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, with more to come. Especially seeing how Phase 5 and Phase 6 of the MCU are probably going to be all about the mutants, not the X-Men, but the mutants in general. Who are they? Where have they been so far? And all of the connections that will bring them to the MCU's main timeline. The one thing which will be a difficult thing to do is to determine how Deadpool will cross into the MCU. Or rather, which way will Marvel Studios choose for the character, seeing how he is the first of many. Thus, concrete and detailed information will have to be given to all the fans of the MCU who are eager to know as to how everything happened, and why to be exact. Speaking of which, one of the most talked about ways of Deadpool joining the MCU is through the means of the multiverse, with the road trip that has been mentioned eventually being the way of both how Deadpool and Wolverine will cross paths with the next big bad of the MCU, Kang the Conqueror. But keep it in mind, this is just a speculation. But to know that we'll have to wait and see how things will unfold when the movie drops. Speaking of ways Deadpool could join the MCU, other than the multiverse shenanigans and him coming face to face with the likes of King. And the thing that I have on my mind is the Raft. You remember the ultra-secure prison that we saw in Captain America Civil War? Yeah, that one. So hear me out. There was a deleted scene from the first Deadpool movie that featured the Raft, and I think that it could be used to bring back both Deadpool and Wolverine to the MCU through it, and them being locked up there for something, with them sharing the same prison, being how they connect to go on a journey together. This would also include the newly confirmed Thunderbolts movie, and the members of the team potentially having a cameo in the movie, especially now that the MCU has a new Thunderbolt Ross in the mix, thus making for an even bigger impact from Deadpool's side to the MCU. The most talked about term in the latest project from Marvel is the Incursion, a collision of two worlds that was explained in the Doctor Strange sequel, and an incursion taking place could very well meld the lore of Fox's movies together with the ones Marvel Studios made so far, and will make in the future. Outside of Deadpool, Jackman's return in the role of Wolverine for the MCU nonetheless opens other possibilities, including X-23, to also smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, on the more serious side, Wolverine's jump to the MCU opens the door for X-23 to also make an appearance in the MCU and be part of the Young Avengers.
Old guy.
I believe him! Every man for themselves!
I'll go on and say that Daphne King, who portrays the role of X-23, the adopted daughter of Wolverine, will step into the footsteps of Logan in the future of the MCU. Something that I think everyone will be glad to see, with her possibly donning the iconic blue and yellow costume. The joke that Ryan Reynolds talked about, the road trip and all, might not actually be a joke, because when you look at it, both of the latest teasers regarding the movie somehow managed to pitch in on that concept, making it less likely an idea, and rather a true story to take place in the MCU in the near future. And considering that Deadpool 3, according to the present release date, and the movie taking place in the first months of MCU's Phase 6, the moment when the incursions will likely happen, the Rashomon-style road trip could very well be the most concrete way I know right now of the two mismatched characters to join the MCU. Whatever the case may be, the big personalities and characters of both Deadpool and Wolverine will surely not remain on solo missions for so long, which brings to question which characters are going to make an appearance in the movie, even in the first couple of minutes of the movie. Something that will also determine how the movie will go, but also what objectives will the two have in their debut in the MCU. See you in the next video.